Darn, I knew I was forgetting something. Did you get it, Bob?
No, I didn't.
Bummer. Okay, well, I'm
I
starting to
just
record it
assumed
now.
you did.
Sorry. So if you guys are watching the recording, sorry, Chad screwed up. He forgot to record. But all I've been talking about is this section right here. So getting back to the call here, all right, what we have is we have a spreadsheet, and we've been doing all this manually. So we record the sales. We record if somebody has been a total jerk with us. We record everything that you're seeing here, but now the software is going to do all that for us. The only exception is the software has no way of telling the total demeanor. So when this campaign ends, okay, you're able to go and basically grade that vendor. You're able to say, okay, this vendor was a total jerk with me. They didn't deliver the clicks on whatever. So you're able to set your own score for the demeanor, which is important. Demeanor is important. I won't mess with anybody that's a jerk, and I don't think you guys should either. So if you go and say, okay, so I'm supposed to have 500 clicks starting on Thanksgiving. Well, the software is going to be smart enough to know when those opt-ins start happening. So it's going to start the campaign for you. It's going to know. It's going to say, okay, this campaign has started. So when it's all done, it's going to know when the campaign's done too. So then it's going to go back and look at the original criteria that you had jotted down. You say, okay, wait a minute. This thing was supposed to start on Black Friday, and it started a week later. Well, guess what's going to happen to this score right here, guys? It's going to drop like a mother, right? And that is a problem in our business. And you want to stay away from these people that are not delivering your traffic in a timely manner. Now, the reason why I say this is because we buy a lot of traffic, especially with solo ads. And everybody inside Build My List, you're probably doing the exact same thing. So this comes in very handy for you. It's also going to send you reminders and say, look, this thing was supposed to start yesterday. We've only seen 2 opt-ins. You better check on this thing. You better find out what's going on. Okay? So these are all things that are happening here with the updates. The other thing that's being updated right now is, let me come back over here to the platform, is the link monitoring. Okay, so let me just go ahead and open this up and I'll show you guys what this looks like. Okay, I had kind of an urgent matter with my product library, so we started focusing on that this week. But let me show you what EasyLinks looks like as far as this goes so that you understand. Okay, so let me see. I just sent it to Karthik. Let me find that real quick. Here it is right here. Okay, so this is what's being developed right now. So when you come over to link monitoring, all right, you're going to be able to, number one, pull in the links that are in your link bank. Number two, you're going to be able to pull in all the domains that you add to the software. Bob's going to show you how we do that tonight. And number three, you're going to be able to add any external links you have. Okay, so I've got the links up here, but they're going to be linked in these buttons. You guys are looking at development right now. I have to do everything in Photoshop, okay? So when you click this button, you'll see all links. When you click this here, you'll see the easy links. When you click this here, you'll see your custom domains, and then you'll see your external links. Now, here's what we're doing for you. This is very important. Most people don't know this, and most marketers don't teach this because they don't care if you succeed or not. We care if you succeed, okay? We're going to show you the link name, what the easy link URL is, if there's one, the destination where that easy link is going to, and then we're going to show you if it's blacklisted. Guys, this means that people have complained. You've emailed, they've hit a button saying, hey, I don't like this, and eventually it gets blacklisted. So if something's blacklisted, you really don't want to use this link, okay? Because it'll end up in the spam box. How many people knew that, yes or no? How many people knew that you could piss people off with your email and they can click spam and then it is blacklisted and then you're pretty much just wasting your emails and your clicks? Just say yes or no. Right. I got all no's. I got all no's. This is important data that I'm showing you here. So EasyLinks is going to tell you if your link bank if your domain that you add to the software or any external URL that you want to manually add is going to tell you if it's blacklisted. We're also going to tell you if there's any server errors, if there's a 404 error or something like that, okay? Because we want to make sure that when you're using this system that you get the best results possible. Now, it's not going to hurt us if you're out there using a blacklisted domain, right? That doesn't hurt us. That hurts you. It's your domain. So we want to get you fixed, all right? So this here is what's going to show under link monitoring. It should be done here pretty quick. Also, let me show you this here. I'm going to come back in here to Photoshop. You guys are kind of seeing the behind the scenes stuff, how things are laid out. But let me see if I can find, as you can see, I'm very, very hands-on with this stuff. Let me see if I can find the split testing for you. So let me see if I can get that. Link tracking, manual sales. Okay, here's split testing. So with split testing, guys, these are Photoshop files. This is being developed too. So with your split testing, you're going to come over here, you're going to create a campaign, you're going to start that campaign, you're going to be able to group it, and then you're going to say, okay, I want to split test 3,000 clicks. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and pull in an easy link, or you're going to pull in a custom URL, okay? You're going to put that here, and then you're going to set the percentage. So if you want to split test 50 different pages, you can do that. And I don't know any other platform that will do that, especially as easy as we're doing it here. Okay, so those three things, the scoring criteria, the split testing, and the link monitoring are all pending. Everything else is working. Let me just look at the questions. So we can add a link that is not created in EasyLinks and track it. For example, a link on my webpage. Yes, Rick, correct. Is that destination link blacklisted or the easy link? So it depends. Now that was just a sample that I just showed you, right? But let me get back to that real quick, and I'll look at that again. So that was, where was that? Score layout. Hold on, let me just open it up here. So link tracking, was it this one? Let's see. I think it was this one. Let me see. No, that's the link bank. Okay, hold on just a minute. I got that out of Carter's group. That's this one. Okay, so it depends. When you say, yes, this is blacklisted, this is an easy link. So what's blacklisted is the easy link. Now, when you pull up the domain, all you're going to see is the name of your domain, and it's going to say blacklisted server error. That's it. You're not going to have a destination. You're not going to have any of this because it's obvious. And the same if you type in like chadnicely.com. It's going to tell you if it's blacklisted and if there's a server error. Okay, we want to make it easy for you. Make sense, Mark? Okay, cool. But here's the thing, guys. If I do something wrong, and trust me, I do things wrong all the freaking time, I bounce off you guys, right? I do things different. Instead of going out there and doing a pre-launch where we go and put together all these videos and we brag ourselves up and brag how we're making millions of dollars and everything else, we do a pre-launch with you guys, right? I get in these rooms, I say, hey, what do you guys think of this? Would this work? I want you guys to take ownership. I want you to be prideful. I want you to tell me what it is you need in your software, right? Because you guys are the ones using it. I'm using it too. But most of the people that see the pre-launch, they're not even going to buy the damn thing, right? It's all about show. I'd rather do it like this. That's the way I pre-launch. Whole new concept, okay? It starts with you guys, right? You guys are the ones that we are trying to make happy. So you've seen us do that with EasyLinks. You've seen us do it with My Product Library, and you're getting ready to see us do it with Member Hub. Also, something that's been on the back of my mind for the past year is I have this amazing new concept for a page builder that nobody has ever even heard of. The people that I've shared it with, I've basically had to give them NDAs because I didn't want to be ripped off. I've only shared it with a couple people, and they check with me like every month. Have you started? Have you started? Have you started? And my concept is when you create a page with a click of a button, you could have as many unlimited versions of that page as you wanted, and then the software would go out there and it would split test things, and it would find the winner for you, and that's where you would focus, right? So if we start that too, which we're not starting it now until I get things wrapped up here, then you guys will be involved with that as well, right? That's how I do things. I don't just create something thinking that this is going to be good for a launch and that you guys need it. I put surveys out there and we ask you guys, what can we do to improve your lives? That makes a big difference. And I want you guys to start doing the same things, right? I'm trying to lead by example and I want you guys to do the same. Cool.
Do you want me on here?
Yeah, you can jump on. There's a link in, hold on a minute, guys. Let me bring Michelle on real quick. Hold on. I got Bob on. Okay, so, hey, Bob, can you add her as an administrator? Could you take care of that for me? Okay, since all our traffic will go through EasyLinks, what kind of reliability will it have? Will there be a status page for issues or possible downtime? Sure there will, absolutely. But we are on, I just forgot now. We are on the most stable server there is, okay? And the backups are in place and everything, and it's called DigitalOcean, guys. We are on the most advanced plan with DigitalOcean. We're in good hands, okay? So with EasyLinks, that's kind of what's happening here in the near future. Now, I want to make sure you guys understand, yes or no. Do you understand why I have not shot these tutorial videos yet? Just say yes or no. Right. It wouldn't make a lot of sense. Okay, but I still want to explain the software and how it works. So here's how this goes, guys. We did something different. We took a look at every link tracker. I've used them over the years. I absolutely hate them, okay? And what we said is, what can we do to simplify this but still give them all the options? So with most link trackers, here's the difference. Most of them allow you to create what's called a tracking link, and then they give you 1,000 different fields, and you have to try to figure out yourself how to make it a basic affiliate link, how to make it a solo ad link, how to do split testing. How many people can relate to that, yes or no? And it's confusing. And you go and you watch the tutorial videos, and you understand it for like 10 seconds, and then you come back and you say, I don't understand this. And I've put myself in your shoes, and I've gone through the same thing. I'm not going to mention names, but there's a bunch of them that really throw me off, and they're too complicated, too much information, and they were built by engineers and people launching to the moon, right? That's not you guys, and that's not me, right? We need something simple that we can use that gives us the data we need. So, with that being said, your first question needs to be, what is it I want to do? What task am I trying to accomplish? Right? So here's the thing. Are we going to create a simple affiliate link? Right? We have the link bank. Okay? So with the link bank, that's the goal. We create affiliate links. Now I'm going to show you this as soon as I run through these because we've done some cool stuff. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Also, we have the power rotator. And with the rotator, we're able to rotate through different pages with one link. Okay, I'll show you that. We have email campaigns. This, we're just getting started. This one's going to be fun. You guys will see exactly what this does. And then we have solo ads. Then we have the ability to basically control your own groups. You're able to tag this any way you please. I'm going to show you how this works. And then I already kind of showed you how the split testing and the link monitoring is going to work. All right, so let's start with the link bank first. Okay, so I'm going to add new. Now here's what we've done. Everything in this top section is what we need to get your link up and going. Pretty simple. However, you can make it complicated as well. And that's what these sections down here are for. So this drop-down menu here, I want you guys to make a mental note. Anytime you see a drop-down menu can be managed. Anytime you see it, this can be managed, and this can be managed. And we do that inside the groups. So these drop-down menus here all belong to the link bank. So if I come over here to manage groups and I click on the link bank, let me just log in again. I thought that would happen. Hold on a minute. Fat thumbs. Okay, so I come over here and click on the link bank. Here are the groups for the link bank. So I can come over here and I can add new vendors, right? I can put, I'll just put Carthrick in here, right? Right, and I could put his picture in here. I could put all his information, but that's all I need. So now I have a new vendor named Carthrick, okay? I can go ahead and put partners in here that I'm going to split profits with. So like obviously Carthrick and I are partners, Bob and I are partners, Michelle and I are going to be partners, okay? So I can very easily come in here and I can add her as a partner as well. Even though it says group, that's just a bug. It's okay, all right? So we'll do just like that. I better spell her because she's right across from me, so I better spell it properly. So I'll click Save Changes, okay? Now she's in there as a partner. Now this field here is doing something different than this field. I'll show you that. Then we have different group types. So I could have video marketing, Facebook marketing. I could have acne cures. It doesn't matter, whatever your type is. And then you could have different platforms. So if I want, I can come in here and I can add our new guy, which is AppSumo. I can say Save Changes, and now I have a new platform. Okay? Everything in the drop-down menu is managed from the groups. And again, you can see all the different groups up here on the top. So if I come back over here to my link bank, now that kind of makes sense. So now my new vendor is going to be Carthrick, okay? And we're going to go and promote his social surveys. And we're going to go ahead and put in the link that it's going to go to. And this obviously would be my JVZoo link, or it would be my ClickBank link, or my affiliate link. And now this is new. We can set the link to pending, active, completed, or evergreen. I'm going to show you evergreen. Evergreen's really cool. So right now, I'm just going to say, okay, this link is pending, meaning this link is not ready to be promoted. Now, Bob is going to show you guys how to add your own domain to the software. So I would go ahead and choose my domain just like this. Or we can go ahead and use a domain that's inside the software that we provide you. By the way, we monitor if this is blacklisted and if it has problems as well. So the links that are appearing here, you can rest assured that they're in good standing also. So now I need to go ahead and type in my visible link. So you can see here's the link that I'm going to use. So I'm just going to go ahead and say Social S. And here is a link that's all complete. And I'll go ahead and choose my group. My group is going to be social media. Okay, any questions? Are you guys good up to this point? Just say yes or no if you're good. Cool. Okay, now watch this. Here's where you guys might have missed this. Number one, inside, remember what I said about the drop-down menu, all this is controlled from the groups. So your Facebook pixel never changes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fire off my Facebook pixel. So how this works is when somebody clicks a link, the pixel fires off, and then it redirects to this page right here. Okay? So what's cool about that, obviously if this was your page, then the page could contain the pixel itself. But if you don't have control of the page, like this one right here, you still want the pixel. So when they click this link, the pixel fires off and then they see the page. Guys, get it? Cool. All right, next we have one called Tracking Pixel. Now, watch what happens when I put in, I'm going to make $49 for every sale. Do you see how this changed right here? So how this would work, if you don't want to mess with solo ads or anything, but you have a page out there, so you have some kind of sales page. After they buy, it's called the thank you page. It usually says, hey, thank you so much for purchasing. Check your email for access details. That page right there, we would put this code on that page. And what that does is that will track your sales. So this is how we know if you're getting sales, because this pixel right here fires off. Okay? Now, watch this. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to set dates. Now, if I set this campaign, see, we're in a pending status right now. Remember that? So I'm going to set this campaign to start tomorrow, and I want it to start at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, it's Eastern Standard Time. And so it's going to start tomorrow, and I want it to end 2 days later. Okay, you guys are going to see the power here in just a minute if I can get this to open. Let me just scroll to the bottom here. We might have a bug. Well, I'll go ahead and set it for December, and I'll figure out why I can't scroll without that closing. See, there's always bugs. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to say December. So let me just choose December. We'll say this is going to end December 1st. Okay, and I'm going to click Save. Now, I actually should not have clicked Save yet, but that's okay. I'll go right back into it. It's still pending. Okay, so now my dates are set. Now, what that means is a page will show if the date occurs before the start date, and a different page will show after the end date. So how we do that is we come over here, and we're going to go and we're going to choose a pending page. And remember, this is a drop-down menu, so everything's controlled from our group. And so I'm going to go ahead and say for my pending page, the page is going to show before the link is starting, before it's active, I want to go ahead and show Michelle's site. And then when the link is done, if somebody happens to click on that link again, I'm going to show Chad's site. So how is this useful? Well, how this is useful is we probably want to have a general lead capture page that says, hey, Social Surveys isn't open yet. Enter your details below. Name and email. We'll let you know when it's open. So they opt in, and then when this date occurs, they're going to see the sales page, and then when the date ends, they're going to see this page right here. And what this page is probably going to say is it's probably going to say, hey, sorry, you missed out on this offer. When we say we're going to close an offer, we have to do that because we want you to trust us. However, go ahead and enter your details down below. We'll let you know when something else becomes available. Now, does everybody understand how the dates correspond with the redirect? Just say yes or no. Now, Chad thinks this through because I'm not that smart when it comes to this stuff. I have to have things simple, stupid, stupid, simple, whatever. What if you forget choose pending and choose complete? You're screwed, right? That means that the link isn't going to work. So somebody's going to click this. If it's going to be before and after your end and start date, they're going to click this and they're going to see a 404 page. They're going to see an error can't display the page. That's bad. I realize that. So if you forget this, you can actually come in here to the groups, guys, watch this. And now I'm going to come in here to this redirect links. So here's where I added Michelle's site, and here's where I added this page right here. So what we could do is we can go ahead and add another page, and I could call this Chad's offer gone. And I could just do like, this isn't a real page, but I could just do something like chadnice.com, offer gone. And by the way, I can monitor this link, right? And I can go ahead and save changes. And now you can see that it's right here. Okay, now check this out. If I forget to pull in the pending and the completed page for that campaign, it's okay, because guess what? I have a catch-all down here. No matter what, it will show Michelle's site for pending. It will show my site if the link has been completed. Do you guys get this? Yes or no? I want to make sure you get this. So if you forget to pull in those links, it's okay. It's going to show your default pages. Right? I wanted to make sure this was bulletproof for you guys. Okay, good. Good. So let's come back in here now. somebody asked a question. They said, okay, so that only works with the dates. No, it actually doesn't. So let me come back in here, okay? So here's our dates, here's our redirect. Okay, so we understand how this works. We would go, we choose this, and we would save it. But, even if you don't have dates set, if I left this blank, I had no date set, the fact that it's in a pending status right now, guys, let's see if I eat my words. Let's see what happens. So you can see that we're in a pending status, and cross your fingers because they've been doing a lot of work lately. But let's go ahead and see. Oh, that's clone link. Hold on, I got to go into here. Okay, so we'll go here, and no, I want to go to the database. See, they're changing things on me. Oh, here we go. See, I changed all this myself. So we're going to come over here, right? If we click this here, what page should open? Look at here, guys. Even though I have it set to go to social surveys when the link is live, in the meantime, if somebody clicks that link for some reason, it's going to go here. Now, they're going to click your link more often after it's completed because you got emails out there, and people are going to open up the emails after the launch closes, right? And so they're going to see your completed page. So how do we do that? Well, let's go ahead and change this to completed just so I can demonstrate. So I say completed, change, and now let's go ahead and click the link again. And now they see my site. This is what would show after it's completed. Very powerful. Do you guys understand that? Let's see, can the redirect links also set retargeting pixels from the initial link created? Yes. So when I opened up Michelle's link and when I opened up my link just now, a retargeting pixel fired. It automatically fired. Okay, so, and we'll have it to where you can turn that feature off too, but we don't yet. All right, so you guys understand that part. So let me go back in here real quick. All right, so we got dates, redirect pages, you put any notes you want, you can take a picture, you can load the page image, affiliate platform, and then this here, guys, is so very powerful. Now, we do a lot of promotions on JVZoo. There's no API that tells us, did we get a sale? So what we have to do is we have to say, hey, I want to track these sales manually, and I want a partner split, meaning Michelle and I are going to team up on this. So we're going to use the same link, okay? But she's going to email her list, I'm going to email my list, and then we're going to do a split. All right. So how this would work is I would say, okay, Michelle is my partner. We're going to do a 50-50 split, and we're going to split the expenses 50-50 as well. Now, if you don't have a partner, then you don't do this, but you can still track your manual sales. So when I save this, what happens is this box right here will open up when the campaign is completed. And so you're able to put in all your sales, your extra income like prize money and stuff like that. You put in your expenses, and it'll go through and it'll figure out exactly how much she owes for expenses, how much I owe. So if I put $10,000 in sales and we got an extra $5,000 in bonuses, right? And I don't need to worry about commission because it's JVZoo, everything's based off net. Then you can see that I've got $60,000 in gross income. I got $10,000 in owed, or let's see, $1,000 in owed commissions. I got my expenses, my partner's expenses. Here's how much I owe to my partner and my net income. Okay, and there's something else that's not quite right. Oh, okay, that's because I wanted to make that 10,000. I was going to say that number's a little low. So that's what we got there, right? 15,000, right? So does this make sense? So this is how much I owe my partner. So when I click Save Changes, I don't want to do this because I actually use this. What I'm able to do is I'm actually able to pay my partner inside the software. So if I come over here to Partner Payments, you can see that I owe Carthrick $1,831. So I'm going to click Pay Partner. I'm going to make a PayPal payment or whatever I do, write him a check. I'm going to put in my reference number, and then it marks it off as paid. But we're able to go back and see exactly what happened with this campaign. Does the split only work with JVZoo products? No, it'll work with anything. That's the thing. So if I come back in here, and I'm trying not to take a lot of you guys' time, but if I come back in here and if I have my partner split, let's do manual sales, I got my partner split. If I choose to track commissions, well, there's a lot of platforms that work off gross. So this will actually figure out what the gross numbers are as well. It'll figure out exactly how much you owe the platform. You can put in your fees and everything. So I'll say 50%, right? So now it'll track your partner splits, your commissions, it'll do all that. But most of the time, you're probably going to be working from net commissions, so you don't have to check this. Now, guys, I was a C student in school. I failed math. This here was such a struggle for me, so I hope you guys appreciate it. And if there's a bug there, let me know. I'm pretty sure we got them all sorted out, but let me know if there's a bug. Okay, so people are asking me, can I see the partner stats? So let me see if I can do that. So see here, we're on the link bank statistics. And if I come over here, we can just look at this. We can look at Pixel right here, and I can click on this here, and I can see exactly what happened, right? I can see all the contests. I can see everything. So I can see the gross income, what's owed commissions, if there was commissions, but they're not, what's owed to my partner. I can see everything, right? So here's what's owed to my partner. Okay? But again, play with it, keep it simple, and let me know if you find an error, because it was really hard for us because math is not my greatest skill. All right? So how that would work is if we come over here, we set this for manual, but when the pop-up opened, we said, I'll do this later. So at any given time, we can come over here, click this link here, and we can fill out these data. We can fill out these details. Okay? It takes a little bit of work, yes it does, but it is so worth it. It's better than doing this in a spreadsheet. All right? So let me go back over here, guys. I think we covered this part right here. So I'll come over here to edit. All right, I think we covered all this. There's no questions on the extra options, is there? Somebody's saying, where's the car you won for? Well, we won 2 cars. We just take the cash. I don't want a car. I live in Wyoming. We're getting like 12 inches of snow tonight. I don't want I don't want a Camaro, whatever that was. I don't want the Mercedes. We drive SUVs here, right? It's not going to do any good. Okay, so any questions on the extra options, guys? Anything at all? Is this a proper format for more on retargeting? So this is a lazy way to do retargeting, honestly, Rich. You know, to do retargeting properly, like, yeah, we'll have it to where you can fire off your pixel on Michelle's page, you can fire off your pixel on my page, because it kind of, you know, they're telling you, hey, I want to go to this link here, and it's not available, right, when they click this. So they're going to see an email or they're going to see an ad that says, hey, you need to use surveys in your business, click here, right? So their intention is to check out your survey tool, even though it's not open. We're sending them to Michelle's page, or we're sending them to my page if it's completed. So even though that's not necessarily targeted, if you think about their original intention, their intention is still to look at your survey tool, right? So I think it's still okay to fire off that pixel and then put that audience inside of Facebook for, like, you know, social marketing leads or whatever you want to do. It's very lazy, but here's the thing, just do it. Just do it, because you can lay out the most awesome plan for retargeting and you won't do it. Like, honestly, I got spreadsheets of stuff that, you know, dream scenarios for retargeting, and you just won't do it. This here, I promise you'll do. You will build an audience. It just won't be as organized as it could be. But still, you have an audience, run ads to them. You know, we all day long, let me just kind of show you here, just so you guys know I don't just talk, like I do the things we talk about. So when I say you can run audiences, if I just come in here to some of the accounts I manage, this is one of the realtors here in Casper we're running ads for him. So I'll open up this ad set here, and you can see that I got these videos down to a penny per view. So, and that's on a $5 budget, right? So when people say, look, you can do really good with views, guys, you're seeing it right here, right? I had 7,649 views, a penny per view, right? So if I look at his clicks, he's getting, look at that, 1,500 clicks. So while I'm here, let me just show you this. I kind of showed this in the webinar the other day, but just in case you didn't see it, let me show you. I'll come over here. Let me see if I can find this one here. Yeah, this guy right here. If I open this up, this was an ad for Pixel Studio. Remember, I needed 10,000 clicks to win, which I did. But look at this, guys. 5,700 clicks came from this ad right here. So I don't think I can do what I do out there without the help of Facebook, right? And how did I build these things up? Well, I built these campaigns up doing exactly what I'm telling you to do. Fire off those pixels every chance you get. Just do the best you can. Okay, this stuff works. Very, very active in Facebook. Matter of fact, today we just ran another ad for Michelle. Let's see how that one's doing. So she's running ads out there too, but she's kind of in a different market than you guys, right? She like competes with Tony Robbins and you know, all those people. So if we click this here, well, I mean, that's your market.
No, entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneurs, guys, like Tony Robbins, like the big guys, right? Evan Pagan, all those kind of people, right? She goes, I'm trying to say that she's not working with like the zoo buyers, but more so online entrepreneurs, right? Yeah, big oops. That's all right. She's glaring at me too. So if we look here, you can see that this video that we just loaded this morning, I think, right? We're at 3 cents per view. And that's exactly what we're doing, right? We're going out there and we're building up these retargeting audiences, and we're not necessarily doing it in an organized fashion. And do we care? No, because we know that we won't get it done otherwise. Okay? All right. So now that we're completely off track, that kind of answers your question with pixels. All right, so here's how this works, guys. So you set up your link. This right here, this is going to take practice, but you guys will learn to appreciate this. This right here, the goal of the database is so that you can get your links quickly and that you can edit it. That's it. It's not necessarily here to give you stats, because this would be a very, very busy page, and then we'd be one of those other softwares. The goal of the database is allow you to manage it. Get your links, so we can get a direct link. We can go ahead and get an RSS link that we'd use on our blog. If we want to post it on Facebook, we could do that. If we want to post it in email, if we want to post it on Twitter, and it'll track all these things separately, but this campaign still gets credits for all the clicks, right? So you know which platform's performing the best. Make sense? That's all we do. And we can come over here, we can change the status right off the bat. We can come in here and click statistics, and when we do, that's going to take us right here. By the way, it's the same thing we see over here now. So let's go ahead and click statistics. Now we can see our raw clicks, unique clicks, and our sales, and also we can see if pixels are being fired off. Now, what happens is, and you can also export all this stuff. I have not even tested this stuff myself yet, but I know Bob's been testing it. If we come in here, let me just click on, let's see, I'm going to go to the second page. Let me click on this. And we can, you guys are starting to learn top tiers and everything else. Obviously, you want American flags because those are the big buyers, right? The browsers, the platforms, everything. I think you guys are pretty much understanding this. Then you can look at it on a map. By the way, we're going to have real time here shortly, okay? So you can see where all your clicks came from, and then you can look at your charts. So this is valuable information because, number one, the most valuable thing I want to know is my traffic mobile, right? So out of this here, we can look and see, out of about 700 clicks, I can see that they were almost all unique. Okay, this is returning visitors, but none of them were bots. You're going to get bots with solo ads and stuff, but you shouldn't be with email traffic. I can see my browsers, which I don't really care about that much, but it's interesting information. What I care about is this right here. It was astonishing to me, as much time as I spend making sure things are mobile responsive and look good on a phone and everything, to see that only 10% of my traffic was mobile. And it makes sense because you guys are sitting down at a computer and you're trying to figure out EasyLinks and my product library, and you're buying products and you're working your online business. So you're at the computer. So I don't necessarily have to worry about mobile with my list. However, I could show you another campaign with Pixel Studio. It would take forever to open because there's over 10,000 clicks. But let me just go ahead and show you. If I come over here to Pixel Studio, no, where's it at? Okay, right here, 10,000 clicks. Remember, 5,000 of them came from Facebook, guys. I'm no genius. I click this here. We open this up. Now, let's give this some time to come in. But what I found out, and we're fixing this too, there's just a lot of data it's pulling in, and it doesn't necessarily have to pull in all that data. What I found out, because I was using Facebook ads so heavily, is that 70% of my traffic was mobile. Right? So we'll come back to this here and we'll look at it. 70% of my traffic was mobile, right? So in that case, when I'm using Facebook, certainly I need to have a page that's mobile responsive. Do you guys see the value in that? Yes or no? And we're working on that page. We're going to be able to show you the city they're coming from. We're going to show you everything. We're going to show you stats whether you like it or not. Okay? Because we found out how to do that. So yeah, we're going to have the best of the best. All right? Okay, so that takes care of, let me just open up another platform, or another page while it's doing that. That's a lot of data it's pulling in. Let me go ahead and see. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. We were in development on that data page today, so I think that's slowing things down. But let me see if I can just get this to open real quick again. Actually, I'll do it. We'll do it in Firefox. Let's see if that's better. Plus, I'm on a webinar. I'm burning a video over here. Things get kind of slow. So let me try this. EasyLinks. Okay. Actually, I've never seen that page. Let's try that again. EasyLinks. And it's this one. Okay. So let me log in again. Okay, so let me go back to link bank. So we covered the database. Pretty self-explanatory, I think. We covered statistics. Now, let's look at these here, guys. This is really cool because remember, hopefully I'm going to get them on the call here real quick. Bob's going to show you how to add your domain to this software. When you do, okay, remember, if I set social surveys, right now it's in a completed stage. So you can have all these links here. You can have hundreds of buttons here to click to see all of your links. Well, this is going to take getting used to. You can look at all your links, or I can just say, just show me the pending links, right? So now I'm able just to focus on the pending links. Or I can say, just show me the ones that are live, the ones that are active. And we know that the active links are going to the actual URLs that we specify. We know that the pending links are going to the page that we have set as pending, and we know that the completed links are going to the completed page. But now watch what happens when I change this right here to evergreen. This is awesome. This is like a dream come true for me, and I had to build my own platform to do it. How many people can think of links that they could go and share with people that never close? They're evergreen offers. HostGator, Namecheap, Photoshop, FTP, right? The list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. How many people have actually shared resources with people? How many people have said, go to HostGator, go to Namecheap, right? How many people have done those things? Just say yes or no. Yes. But I'll bet you did not give an affiliate link because you were just doing it on the fly, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to take the time and get set up with all the common services you use. Matter of fact, if you were in my Rebrand Masterclass, what did I teach you? I taught you to put together a resource guide and put that in your giveaway. Remember all those links that you signed up for? Well, now inside of EasyLinks, you come over here, you add all these common links, and you add it just like this, HostGator. And now what you want to do, don't make this complicated. This is your domain. Okay, this is not the greatest domain for me. Bob's going to add one tonight. So I have this, and I want my visible name to be HostGator. And here's why. If this is chadnicely.com or succeedwithchad.com, I know without a doubt that I could just go out there and say, okay, go to chadnicely.com/EL/HostGator. You don't even have to look it up as long as you know the name of the service. Is that making sense? And I want you guys to put this in here, and we even had a discussion today, and we're going to change the logic here. I'm going to make this even shorter. I'm going to get rid of this right here, and I'm going to see if I can just do like an E. So it'd be chadnicely.com/E/HostGator. So when you guys, and this happens to me all the time, people always ask me, what do you recommend for this? And I'll say, I'll even do it on Skype. Go to chadnicely.com/HostGator. Go to chadnicely.com/LiquidWeb. Go to chadnicely.com/DigitalOcean. Right? That's how this works. Do you guys understand the difference between evergreen and these short-term links? Yes or no? Good. That's an amazing feature. Just fill it up. So if you can get to the point where you don't ever have to look up a link, but you know what it is, that's awesome. And yes, we are doing everything we can to remove this, but it doesn't matter. You can still enter your links. We'll fix this, and it'll just automatically appear on your end. Cool? Okay. So any questions with the link bank, guys? Wow, I spent an hour on the link bank. Any questions on the link bank? The link bank is so powerful. And remember, we're also going to have it when you select the vendor, you have a scoring criteria over here. Okay? The link bank is awesome. We've got a lot of plans for it. We're just getting started. I just need you guys using it so you can tell me what makes it better. All right. Next, we have the power rotator. I think the power rotator is pretty easy to understand. When we create a rotator, we'll just call this Michelle's rotator, okay? And she can go ahead, it's going to work the same exact way, right? We have our redirect links, we have all that stuff. So right now, actually no, with a rotator it would not work like that. Pending active completed. Pending active completed. But it could work. I don't see any reason why we couldn't show a pending page or a completed page. So we'll add that. We'll have features down here where you can add your redirect links if it's in a pending or a completed status. Okay? So right now, if it's inactive, we go ahead and choose our group. So I'll just say this group right here. And then same thing, same steps over and over, guys. You can choose your own domain, or you can go ahead and choose an admin domain. So if I choose my own, that's the one I have. I'll go ahead and choose an admin domain. And then this here, it's okay with the extra characters here. It's not a big deal. So we'll just go ahead and put MICH. Okay? Now we have some options down here. So if you choose normal, what's going to happen is it's going to show the first link, and then when they click it again, it'll show the second link, and it'll just run through the rotation. So if John clicks it, it's going to run through the rotation. But then if Bob comes around and clicks it, even though, let's say there's 4 cells, let me just do this. I want to do paint, but let me just do this. I'll bring out the, no, you know, I'll do Photoshop. Hold on a minute. Let's just do it this way. So I want to make sure you guys understand this, okay? So we have one link here, okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and clone this 4 times. If I could actually, it's been a long day, so let me just do this real quick. So we'll go like this, and we'll do it again. Okay. And so that's link 1, and then we'll go ahead and bring down link 2, and then we'll bring down link 3. Okay, because I want to explain how this works. So if it's a normal rotation and Bob's the one clicking the master link, Bob is going to see this. Okay? If Jane comes around and she does it, she's going to see this. It's going to start at the top every single time if it's on a normal rotation. And if she clicks it again, then she'll see this. And if she clicks it again, it'll see. So Jane will work her way down. So will Bob. But if Jane comes back around, or let's say now Ted comes around, Ted starts at the top too. Does that make sense? Every single time a new user clicks that link, they start at the top. But the same user is going to go through the rotation. Okay? That there is what we call, let me get back into Firefox. That there is what we call the normal. Each user moves the rotation separately in order. Now, random, when they click a link, they might see this, they might see this, they might see this. It doesn't matter. It's just all random. Okay? Pretty self-explanatory. Then we have scarcity. What that means is when you set these links up, this one here might have, it might need 500 clicks. Okay? Let me just do it that way. And we'll do that white. Okay? So that one there might need 500 clicks, and then this one down here might need 200 clicks. So when Bob clicks that link, Bob goes here first. When Jane clicks that link, Jane goes here first. When Ted clicks that link, Ted goes here first. So eventually what's going to happen is, guys, this is going to get down to 199, and now the priority becomes this guy. This is where the clicks start to go. So the clicks will go where they are needed. Okay? So just like it says here on the screen, all go to the first site that has not exceeded its maximum hits. And then we have what's called the split rotation. Now, when you guys learn to start working with each other and you start saying, oh my God, when we buy 10,000 clicks, we get to save 500 bucks or whatever it is, then you are going to want a split rotation. And how this works, and this is what we do, is we have one link, and when Bob clicks it, Bob sees this offer. When Jane clicks it, Jane sees this offer. However, this link right here belongs to affiliate A. This link right here belongs to B. So you're able to basically rotate those 2 links or those 4 links or whatever you have, and the clicks are even. Make sense? We didn't know anybody else that did that, so we built that ourselves. So when you guys go and book 10,000 clicks, you're able to handle it evenly. You get 5,000 clicks to your offer, and the other guy gets 5,000 clicks to their offer. And this will handle it, and it'll track your traffic. It'll tell you if it's top tier. It'll tell you if it's quality traffic. It'll do everything for you. It'll track your sales. It'll do everything. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and save this. Now when we do, this is pretty self-explanatory. Here's the name of the rotator. Here's the date it was created. Here's the group. Here's the original. Here's the type, right? We set the original. That was the first one. And then we're just going to come in here, and we're going to go ahead and add a link. Okay, so that's one. And I got to put HTTP in front of it. Don't let me forget that. And then we're just going to go ahead and add another link. Right? So if we're doing a split rotation and we've bought 10,000 clicks, then 5,000 people are going to see her link. 5,000 people are going to see my link. It all depends on the type you set up. And if you need a different type, I don't know of any other type, let me know and we'll add it. Okay? And as far as advanced settings, I'm trying to think if we would have the pinning pages. The pinning pages would be on where you create the rotator. So with this, you would just say I need 500 clicks here, and with this, you would just say I need 200 clicks here. whatever you have set up. Or if you're doing it evenly, you say 5,000 are needed here, 5,000 are needed here, and then it's just going to go through and bounce back and forth so everybody gets their clicks. Any questions on the rotators? Pretty self-explanatory. And again, I kept it all the same. You come over here to the database. This allows you to manage your campaign. So see this little boomerang thing here? If we click this here, this will take us into this part right here. But if I go back and I click the link, then the link is going to take me back to the setup. Okay? That's the difference between these two. So whenever you see this, it's because there's two parts to the campaign. All right, so we have the group. We can go ahead and manage our links, okay? And then we can go ahead and view our statistics. It works the same exact way. So you can see that there is 2 links here, 2 visited. And then also with the rotator, we're able to actually see how they perform the individual links themselves. Okay? Very, very advanced. The reason why we're able to do this is because we know what we need. Let's see, everything about EasyLinks is really awesome. Just want to let you know. And with the suggestions and your upgrades, it keeps getting better and better. Yeah, Rick, you know what? I'd say we're 50% done. So that's the thing, guys. I hope you have seen this in my business. We are focused on flagship platforms. My product library, EasyLinks, Member Hub, these are all flagship platforms. And what that means is I want to always be in contact with you guys in the Facebook groups, and I always just want to keep improving these platforms. Like I don't want you guys to go out there and have to buy another membership site. I don't want you to have to go and find a new EasyLink tracker, even though they're being launched on JVZoo or whatever. I want you to know that if you see something that we don't have, if something's new with the pixels or something, let us know in the group and we'll get it added because it's going to benefit me too because I use the software for my own business. Can you have more than 2 parts in a rotator? Sure, you can add as many as you want. So if we come back to this, right, you can just keep adding as many links as you want here. I don't even think there's a limit, right? You just keep adding as many as you want nonstop. It's up to you. Just learn the different types. That's the key with the rotator. You got to learn the different types. Okay? And I will look into that pending and completed status too, because that one would be hard to do. All right, so I'll come to the email campaigns last because it's a little complicated, but let me come over here to solo ads. So when we create a new solo ad, it's going to work the same exact way as a link bank. Again, I wanted to make this easy for you guys. So drop down menu. Now this drop down menu is different than the link bank drop down menus. Even though they're both providers, your solo providers are going to be different than the people you're promoting, right? So there's different menus here. It's all controlled from the managed groups. So I'm going to go ahead and choose my provider, and I'm just going to say the BML promo. That's for my own use. I'm going to go ahead and choose a group. So I'll just say Facebook solos. That's fine. My destination link will go to wherever. It's going to be a JVZoo link that's going to go right here. My status is going to be active. Again, this could also work for pending. Let me think about that, because with a solo, we probably don't want to have a pending status, and here's the reason why. Because when you approach a solo provider, they're going to test things out, and they want to see your page, they want to see what you're doing. If you have it in a pending status, it's going to throw things off for them, right? Let me think about that. Let me give that some thought. And then we're going to say, okay, I got 100 clicks for $75. Okay, 100 clicks. And then you're going to do the same thing. You can choose an admin domain, or what I recommend you do, choose your own domain. And then you're going to go ahead and type in your name. So, or you're going to type in the visible link. So we'll do BML. And then we have a start date and we have an end date. And then once again, this goes on your thank you page. So after somebody opts in, this pixel is going to fire off on your thank you page, and this is how we track your opt-ins. Okay? And you can do the same thing. You can put a retargeting pixel. If you have access to the sales pages, you can go ahead and put your conversion pixels on the thank you pages for the sales pages. You can put any notes. Right now, you can go ahead and upload a screenshot of your lead capture page, which I recommend you do. In the future, as soon as you put this link here, we're just going to take a picture for you. We're trying to figure out what that API is. And then you also have redirect options down here. But let me give this some thought because I don't know if this makes sense for pending. Okay? And that's how it works. And then you can see your database. You can see your statistics. Same exact thing. Any questions on the solo ads? Somebody's saying, have you decided if this will launch to the public? I don't know. I'm not in a hurry, Rick. It'll probably be a 67 offer if we do. Honestly, guys, if you just build up relationships, you don't have to launch all the time. Cool. All right. So if there's no questions on the solo ads, let's see. Best practice, if you have 100 membership sites, should I create 100 domains in EasyLinks? Wow. You have 100 membership sites, Joseph? 100? Oh, he doesn't. Okay. I was going to give you a help number. Oh, let's see. Should I create 100 domains in EasyLinks? It depends. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but the second phase of EasyLinks is you're going to be able to, so I have my blog. So I have chadnicely.com. All right. I'm just telling you guys this. I'm not advertising this. So I want to take my blog, which is horrible, by the way, and I want to be able to add that in EasyLinks, and I want to log into a dashboard and I want to see visits in real time. I want to see that little map light up with real visits. And then I want to know how long are they spending on my page? Which pages are they looking at, right? I want to have basically a very simplified version of Google Analytics. But I want to get in more depth information than Google Analytics gets into. Yeah, like a heat map trapper. There you go. Heat map tracking. Right. So that is the second phase of EasyLinks. Okay, so we'll have that too. So most people, guys, they would create something like this. They'd be like, wow, this is a freaking amazing platform. They go out there and they tell the affiliates, and then the affiliates would go and they promote it. They make 100K, and then they move on to the next thing. That's not what I want to do. What I want to do is I want to make flagship products that become the industry standard. I want this to be the industry standard for link tracking. I want my product library to be like the official digital library with everything we're doing there. And I want Member Hub, and when you see Member Hub, I want Member Hub to be the official membership site. And how we do that is we provide value. And I can't provide value if I'm just turning around and launching the next best thing. Cool? All right, so no questions on solo ads. Here's where I built this for myself. I don't expect you guys to understand this, but I'm going to try anyways. So we're going to create what's called an email series. When I mailed you guys on Pixel Studio, I had an email series, meaning I did a lot more than just send out one email. I think we sent out like 7 emails, 8 emails, whatever it was. I am horrible with email. I will screw it up. I will forget to put the links in. I don't know. I have a hard time with email. So what I do is I enter the emails in this system, and then I have an outsourcer that comes and actually loads them into Entreport, loads them into Infusion, loads them into SendLane, and does all the hard work that I'm going to screw up for me. But before they do that, I want to make sure they have the right links. Not only that, if I'm sending to the same sales page every single time, I want to know which one of my emails converted the best, because that tells me the angle I took in that email is the one that's doing the best. Okay, that kind of sets the stage. So let's assume that we're going to use a link that's already created in the link bank. That would make sense. So I'm going to go ahead and call this BML. I'm going to click my group. So I'll just create a new group right here on the fly, and I'll just call this email marketing. Okay, I'll click Save Changes. And then let me go ahead and choose that, and I'll click Save. Okay, now here's what happens, and we're actually in the process of fine-tuning this as well. These are all the emails that I'm going to send to my list. Each one of these emails I can send to the same sales page, but what I want to know, which one of these emails got the most clicks, because that's probably what I need to do more of. So if my angle is getting you guys in a webinar, if my angle is watch this video, if my angle is check out this bonus page, whatever the angle is, I want to know which one of these emails is doing the best, because that's how you grow your business, when you know this information. So how this works is we come over here and we click this here, and I'm going to go ahead and say send this on day 1, and I'm going to go ahead and enter my subject line, right? So I'll say BML is killer. And then here's my EasyLinks. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the easy link that I have. I'm going to type up my email like I normally would, okay? And then when I go and enter my links inside this software, what it's going to do, even though it's sending to the same place, it's going to track these links separately. So you'll see 10,000 clicks, but all of a sudden, this email right here got 6,000 of those clicks. So do you think that you need to monitor what you're doing here and you need to replicate that again? Absolutely. Now, Mark's getting ahead of himself here. So I'm just going to kind of show you this, Mark, just to kind of show you what the finished product looks like, just so you guys can see this. And I know you guys looking at all this stuff. So is it this one right here? Here it is right here. So here's the original create email. This was the original mock-up. And then let me find where you actually create the email itself. So let me just look here, feedback, main layout, live tracking, copy email, create email. Is that it? No, that's not it. Hold on just a minute. Retargeting, I know it's here. Feedback, email, statistic. Here it is right here. Mark, you're going to appreciate this. Do you see here? So this was the original layout. We haven't got all fancy with this yet. We're just working on the function. And you see what it has here? We're going to integrate with Spin Rewriter. It's here. It's coming, right? So the idea is you're not only able to put in your link from LinkBank so that you can track it separately, but you can also go and put in links at the bottom. We're calling these call to action links, right? And it'll track those separately too. Copyscape is also going in here. Okay, so that's what we've done with, let me go back to it. That is what we've done with EasyLinks. So we're changing things up a little bit here. We're going to integrate first with Aweber and SendLane. And so what will happen is you will just choose your autoresponder that's already all linked up. You'll choose your list. All this will be pulled in. And then you're just going to go ahead and save it. And what happens is it'll automatically send. So it'll send this one on day 1. It'll come back. It'll grab this on day 3. It'll come back and grab this on day 5. What I'm doing right now is exactly like you see. See how this one turned blue? My outsourcers come in here and they look for these blue ones. And all they have to do is come over here and they click this here. And this copies the subject line. And then they click this here. And this copies the whole entire body with my links already in there. And then when they're done, they come over here and they click this, and that means it's all copied. And then as soon as this starts getting clicks, it turns green. I know that's a little advanced for some of you guys, but it is so very powerful. And there's so much logic that goes into this, and I cannot wait for it to be integrated with Aweber and SendLane. It's awesome. But what's so awesome is I don't know anybody else that's able to instantly send traffic to a link and know which email is converting the best. And by the way, what you can do, this here is for your use. So you can say, okay, my angle was a bonus page. My angle was a webinar sign up. So when you start getting all these clicks to this link here, you can see that the type was a webinar sign up. So you know what angle worked best. So if you're getting all these clicks to webinar signups, then perhaps you need to start doing more webinars. Okay, when will this take the place of the autoresponders at SendLane? Pretty quick. I'd say within the next couple of weeks. We got to get the split testing, the link monitoring done, and then we'll probably go on to that before we do the scoring. There's only so much time in the day, guys. Trust me, I got developers working around the clock on this. But again, remember, we want to keep it simple as well. So last, we kind of covered this a little bit. That's manage groups. So once you get into the groups, you have a group for your link bank. You have a group for your solo ads. You have a group for your email campaigns. You have a group for your rotators. You only have to set this up once. You have a group for your retargeting pixels. So just go ahead, put all your pixels in there. All you do is the name of the pixel, paste your code in there, right? You have your domains. Bob's going to show you this here in a minute. We got this button right here that's going to help you. And then you have your redirect links. Before I give it to Bob, do you guys have any questions at all? Any questions? And yes, I do sleep. Not only that, we watch a movie before we sleep. But it's an exciting business, guys. This is so much better. Like, I have so much fun hanging out with you guys all day and posting screenshots and then taking your advice and going and building. This is fun. What I was doing before, creating products and then going out there and launching them, you know, I did not like it. I was not happy. I didn't feel like I was doing any justice to you guys. I feel so much better with the direction we're going here. And you know what I've realized is some of these platforms that we can go out there and we can go through rounds of funding, and there's all kinds of cool stuff that Michelle's teaching me how to do. It's like, wow, like we're like going big time here. And it kind of happened on accident, but it's a lot better. Let's see, if we use Google Tag Manager, it requires tags below the body. Does the retargeting also get placed there or in the head tag? The retargeting gets placed in the head tag. But you know what's interesting? Suggest that inside the group, Joseph. And what we'll do is we'll put for the links here and for the probably solo ads and rotator, what we'll do is when you create your link, we'll just have an extra field down here at the bottom. If you'll suggest it in that first post, we'll just have an extra field here for extra scripts. How about that? Cool. So everybody on this call, who, yes or no, who has EasyLinks? If you don't have, just say yes or no if you have it. Oh, there is some no's. So if you're on this call, I only invited people that were OTO buyers or part of that group. So let me go ahead and put this in the chat real quick so that you guys have this. And just because I gave this away and used it as a bonus does not mean that there's no value here. Please don't think that, because when this launches, it's probably going to be a monthly fee, right? It's just I know that you guys are patient with me, and you guys are helping me perfect it. So just don't discredit it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put this in the chat room, and you guys can go ahead and become part of the group, and you can join EasyLinks all in one shot. Okay, so let me just point this out, and then I'm going to give it to Bob. So Bob, hopefully you're ready. If you are part of Member Hub, if you did purchase the OTO to build my list, you should have got an email tonight. Check your email, because I created a group. I haven't done anything here yet, but people have started coming in. But let me come over here to EasyLinks real quick, and I'll show you this pin post right here. This is where I want you guys to give me your feedback. So if I open this up, we have suggestion or bug. That's what I want you guys to do. So if you have a suggestion, I want you to go ahead and do like they did here and put suggestion like Beth did, and then tell me what your suggestion is, okay? And then we'll try to get that implemented. If it's a bug, I want you to tell me it's a bug. Tell me what the bug is, and then what we will do is we will mark stuff in progress, and we will mark stuff when it's completed, okay? And we'll get better on that with this. There's not a lot here, but we'll definitely get these marked up, okay? So everything stays in this one post, and that way we don't have to go searching for, you know, suggestions and stuff like that. Just keep everything in these top posts. That's how Member Hub will work. That's how my product library works, okay? Cool. All right, Bob, if you're ready, why don't we give, let's give 5 minutes, guys. People are asking for a 5-minute break. Let's take a 5-minute break because I'm losing my voice. I'll bring Bob on. He's going to walk you through, show you how to set up your own domain. By the way, I asked Bob, I said, look, I said, I don't care. I don't need to make money, but if you're willing to spend your own time and if you're able to help them, then come up with a fee that's reasonable, Bob, charge them and set this up for them if it's too complicated for you guys. So either way, it's a win-win situation. Bob will set it up or you can try to do it yourself. Cool? So we'll see you guys here at 6:30 and then it's all Bob.
Okay, I'm here, so we're going to take a 5-minute break. So everybody, take 5 minutes. All right, now. Okay, so I know we're on our little break. Somebody's probably still around. Why don't you just let me know if you can hear me? The standard questions. Can you hear me? And can you see my screen?
Yeah, but you still got 3 minutes.
I know. I'm just bringing my screen up. Hey, what can I say?
You trigger happy.
The cat's not around, so we're okay. Because otherwise she likes the camera time.
I don't know what we do without you, Bob.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what I would do without me. So, okay. Might want to scroll up on a couple of the questions, a couple I couldn't answer.
Yeah, I'm getting to them.
Okay, good enough.
I'm getting to them.
All right.
Michelle's looking at them too.
All right.
Mainly all thank yous. So that's cool, guys. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Even though I know it's not as good as tutorial videos, but do you guys have a better understanding now? Was there some moments tonight where you're like, okay, now that makes sense? Okay, good. Good, good, good. It really is an easy platform. Like there's some things that are going to be, they're going to take you some time getting used to, like clicking on pending links, clicking on live links. By the way, Bob, click on the dashboard real quick. Let me tell this to you guys as well.
Hang on.
So with the dashboard, this is important, okay? Everything on the dashboard is all based on a live status. If you think about it, your pending links aren't that important. Your completed links aren't that important. But what's important is your live links, right? So everything on the dashboard is all live stuff happening so that you can see the clicks, you can see the conversions. Also, you're going to be getting notifications when something's blacklisted or when a site has a problem. So it'll email you, it'll flash at your dashboard. It's going to do a lot of things. Cool. Still got a couple minutes. Hey, Rich, why don't you tell me what your aha moments were? I'm just curious. You have a mic? If you have a mic, let's put you on a call. I always save my voice. Let's see if he has a mic. He's like, oh crap, don't do that to me. Oh, he doesn't have a mic. That would be my answer too. But what were your aha
He says
moments?
he doesn't have a mic.
I think he's typing.
Yeah, he must be.
Cool. When you showed how to add links in the rotator. Yeah, it's you know, I don't know how many times we redid things and we redid things because it was just too complicated. Like when we first laid it out, it was complicated. And we just kept going back to it and saying, there's just got to be an easier way to do this. And, you know, eventually, I think it's pretty easy now. I think every single person on this call is able to use it. So, Bob, I'm going to give you the call. I'm going to mute myself, and I'm going to try to get to everybody's questions.
Okay, sounds good to me. Okay, so everybody, this is Bob Levin, sometimes called Computer Bob. Anyway, what we're going to talk about here is adding of a domain. So if we went in and looked at, and just a recap, and I'm going to edit this campaign, you have two choices. You can use the admin domain, which is the link that you see down here, which is one of our servers and our domains, or you can pick up your own domain. So it can be complicated, it can be simple, depends upon some of your experience level. So you go to manage groups, first place you go to domains. All right, at this point there's a drop-down box here for domains under managed groups, and I have nothing in there because I removed all the ones here. So the first thing you would do is you would add a domain. So you give it a name. Now this is a descriptive name for yourself. Now I personally like to put in my domain name so I know what it is. Otherwise, if I said this is my main domain, I may forget what my main domain is. Then you come down to the next line, http://boblevin.com. Tab out of that one. There's another checkbox here. Is this a forwarded domain? There are two methods for doing this. One of them is that you have to create a new domain, right, at a registrar such as Namecheap or something, and then you do some stuff there, and you would check the box, and it would then forward that domain. But if we're going to use method 2 right now, because the forwarding domain, we're still working on it, and it's still got a couple of little questions I have and a few things that aren't just exactly working right. So we'll be getting back to that one. But we're going to be doing this first method, or the second method, I call it method 2. So we type that in, we save changes, go to the drop-down box, and it's there. Now, if you wanted to edit it, you just click the edit button, you can come back in and edit it. All right, you can delete it if you want to get rid of that domain. All right, okay, here's one of the tough parts. You click the generate file button. Oh, June says I spelled my domain wrong. Well, spelled domain URL wrong. Whatever, I'll look at that later. Okay, so you click generate file. When you click generate file, it is going to download a file based upon your username. My username happens to be Bob Levin, and if we look down here, I'm using Chrome, and you should be able to see that, and move that up just a little bit, and it downloaded a zip file. Once you get the zip file, I'll show it in folder. There's my download. You have to unzip it. I'm going to use 7-zip and just extract the files. And it creates a folder, of course, on your machine. Now, I recommend that you take and copy this someplace on your machine so it's easier to find. In download files, you could have a lot of them there. So, but that's up to you. That's a personal preference. So I'm going to open that up. And inside of that file, we have a folder called EasyLinks and a file called .htaccess. EasyLinks, that one's pretty easy because you just have to upload that to your domain. I'm going to show you that. The one that gets a little complicated is the .htaccess, because you have to either copy this to your domain, but you got to be careful, or you have to edit the one you've got and copy the entries from in here to the one on your server. So let me pop open. What I do is, you can do this a couple of different ways. I'm going to minimize that one there. You can go to and use cPanel for this if you have cPanel, or you can use an FTP program. I use WinZip. Okay, and let's go back to there and find that folder, downloads, right? And there's the stuff there. Now, this is my domain. I FTP'd I was reading questions here, okay? I got that on a different monitor, and it distracts me. So I will come back and get to those questions. But yes, you could do this with cPanel. I'll show you that one really quickly as well, but because there's a couple of tricks that you have to do. But this here is my domain, and this is a file structure based upon the public-facing pages, right? If you're using cPanel, there's a hidden section and there's a public section. So inside of here, now I had already uploaded this, so I'm just going to delete this one for right now. There. You probably will not find an EasyLinks folder. So we just drag that one over and copy it. You've got to have it, and it's got to be in that name, and that's all you've got to do is to drag that over. The other one that gets a little bit more complicated is the .htaccess. You have to edit that. Now, this is a hidden file. So you may look here and you won't see it. So you assume you can just copy it over. That can be a problem because the .htaccess file contains a lot of information, especially if you are using it on a WordPress site. So there is this hidden file. So there is, in most FTP programs, a checkbox someplace under settings to say show hidden files. Same thing in cPanel, which I'll show you in a second. But you've got to be able to see that information. So I'm going to go in and then edit it. Now, you can't edit this with Microsoft Word or any of these word processing programs. You need to access this with a text editor. One I recommend, very good, it's free, Notepad++. All right, and let me delete those there. So what you'll see is something similar to this. Now, I'm using iTheme Security on this particular website. I've set that up there, and you can notice there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. And if I scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see that there's stuff here for WordPress. So if you overwrite this file, you will then break your WordPress site. So we don't want to overwrite it. What we want to do is to just add the entries from right there, from the htaccess that we provide you, the .htaccess file. So we copy all of these. Take that. Whoops, I didn't have to do that. It's right on that tab there. We go over to our other tab here, and we paste, and we save it. And that is effectively all that you have to do as far as your domains go, as far as the setup for method 2. Now, this will allow you to use the domain within EasyLinks, and we're going to go talk about that in a second or so. So what I'm going to do is just minimize that, go back to my browser, boom, that one there. I'm going to go to cPanel so you can see that. Log in there. Now, here's cPanel. Themes could look different, so you have to adjust for that. But what we want to do is we want to go into the File Manager. All right, once we get into the File Manager, it's going to show you all of your stuff. Now, it's going to show you all of your files and folders based upon the very top level. This particular level is called the root of the whole web hosting domain. And you'll notice that there is a bunch of stuff in there. But we want to get to the public-facing folder, and that's public_HTML within any Linux type system, or most Linux type systems, I'll say. All right, so we'll open that up, and there we will see there's all the files and the folders and stuff that's in there. So we're looking for .htaccess, and of course it happens to be there because I had changed the settings. So if you don't see it, do Settings, and there's a checkbox right here, Show Hidden Files, .files. Anything with a dot in front of it is a hidden file and doesn't show up, can't be seen by visitors, etc. So that needs to be checked, and you save it. Should be able to do the Jeopardy theme there. The other thing that is of some consequence and you have to be aware of, you may not be able to write to that file because there are permissions for it. So you have to have write permissions for this particular file. So if I highlight this file, come up to permissions, we want to make sure that we have user. Now that's just you, and that's the owner of this thing. You don't want to be mucking with these other ones here. So you've got to be able to make sure that you have write capabilities for that. I could go in and talk for about 3 hours just on permissions alone and how to identify those. But basically you want to have read and write permissions, and then you click change permissions. Now we have access to it. Now all we want to do is to edit this file. All right, and where's the little edit button up there? And text editor, you'll be editing blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. Say edit. And there's the file. Now you would have your, where's the folder? I lost the folder. Where's the folder? Okay, so I lost my folder. So we'll go get it again. And I have no idea where that opened up to. So we would get that. All right, so in Notepad++, copy that. Paste it in. I just repasted it again, and then save the changes. And that's the steps for at least editing those files. Let's see, so I got to, oh, there's that window I was looking for to open that up. And I lost my questions again. Where is that stupid window? I got 3 monitor screens up here, and I'm sorry here. Let me get this one there. I got that, and for some reason, oh, there it is. It's hiding below the fold. All right, so let's see what we got as far as questions, if there are any, because I lost tracking that. Can we do this? Let's. Let me start here. Go up this. I think okay. Anyway, yes, you can, Michael. Yes, you can do this with an add-on domain. You just have to go into the add-on domain and copy the EasyLink folder and the .htaccess to that particular directory. So yes, you can do that. It's going to be a replay. I would assume so. Yes, we always do replays. Okay, so that's how you at least make these changes. Now that we've made these changes, if we go back to EasyLinks and we go to, let's just use Link Bank, all right? And I'm going to go to my database, and I have this test one here, but I'll create a new one here. So I'll select a vendor, Chad. I'll call the link name. This is my Chad test, my destination link. Let's send this one to well, let's just send it to HostGator. Okay. And we're going to make it active right away. And now I'm going to select my domain. So I'm going to select boblevin.com. Not going to check this box. I'm going to make the visible link host. I'm just going to say host because I don't have to type as much. All right. So then it creates a link down here. It's going to be http://boblevin.com/el/lb/host. Now we talked about that a little earlier. So let's see. I'm going to select just select a group. I don't care about any of these other things right now, and I'm going to say save. Okay. Now my link is active. All right. So that's cool. So let's pop into a new window here, and we'll type in boblevin.com/EasyLinks/linkbank/host. I hit enter, and it better work. And it took me directly to HostGator. So that's the quick and dirty fast of how to add that for EasyLinks. Now the other method is the method 1, which is where you set up your own domain and you in turn do some other little tricks there that says anything that goes to that will then get forwarded to EasyLinks and be using those links. Now that particular domain, if you set it up, cannot be used for anything else except for linking into EasyLinks. So there's no way that you could say, hey, I think I'll put a bunch of other stuff up here. So it's just going to be used for that. The procedure for that is not completely locked down yet. I'm working on that with the developers. Now, also what I'm doing is I'm working on this document, which is basically how to set up the user domains. And it's a written document with pictures and stuff, and I've been a couple people have been helping me out on this here, and as you can see, it's kind of like in progress, and I constantly are making changes to this, and it's changed about 12 times today, and I'm rewriting it. It's not pretty yet, but within a day or so I will be getting this out to you so that you have it available. Also, Chad mentioned something about making me available for a nominal fee, that if you can't get this done yourself, I'd be more than happy to help you out. So we'll get that worked out as well. So I'm going to take these instructions off the screen, and let's see if I have questions. Let's see. Can we add an add-on domain? Yes, you can. You just have to do it in that add-on domain folder. I'm not a big fan of add-on domains, but it's a technical issue, not a issue of how they work. I'm happy as support. Does the existing WordPress installation remain viable if we use it on an EasyLink domain? Yes, it does. The WordPress will continue to work as long as you have not mucked with or screwed up the links or the stuff that you did when you edited. So if I go to boblevin, vin.com, should be able to spell my own name, it will go to my fabulous magic world of Bob Levin, right? And this is a WordPress, right? Works fine, lasts a long time. Now it's a real site, but I really don't do anything with it. I just kind of play and test with it. So that is, yeah, it'll work fine. You just have to make sure that when you're editing this here, is to put it in at the top of the .htaccess file. Now, if you have your main domain and you have an add-on domain, you would do this. Each one of the add-on domains would have its own htaccess file. So you have to play with each one of those individually. And maybe I didn't say this, but you don't have to. Here's another little thing. You don't have to manage groups, domain. You don't have to generate this file for every domain you add. It's a universal one for you. It's generated for your EasyLink account. So once you've downloaded it, That's it. You don't have to download it again. Now, could you download it a second time? Sure. It's not changing. All right. So you only have to download it once, and you use that universally across all of your domains. Remember, you also have to have control of that domain. So you could not take and say, let me set this up for google.com, because you don't have access to google.com to be able to put in and edit, one, copy that folder, EasyLinks folder, and edit the htaccess. So it's only ones that you have full control of. Okay, back to my questions. It's viable. Yeah. Does that mean that the link will contain? Yes, it will. Just like, let's see. So you send out a email, or you have a link and you've put it up on the web. So you put up boblevin.com/host, whoops, EasyLink/linkbank/host. All right. Oh, that one beat me to it. So the answer to that question is yes, you still have control over it, and you still put that instead of the easy link, but you could go either way. So nice. Okay, wonder. Looks like the .htaccess code is generic, which means I can just copy the same rewrite rules to each of my sites if I wanted. Right, that's correct, Joseph. You could do that. But you've got to also remember, you got to put in that EasyLink folder, EasyLinks folder as well. But yeah, they're generic. Well, okay, they're generic to you as an EasyLink member. So if I gave you my EasyLink, right, it wouldn't work for you. You couldn't not give me yours. So you've got to use the one that's generated just specifically for your account. Let's see, will it be possible at the time a link will be displayed? No, that's not a part of this one. Can we still put something on front page or WordPress page? It doesn't mess with your WordPress. It's just creating a link that the rewrite rules within the .htaccess file are using. So it doesn't mess with it as long as you just don't mess up putting it in. Okay. So that's kind of the gist of it. It gets a little complicated if you're not familiar with the different setups for cPanel or HT or FTP and so forth, and mucking with this file. One of my brave volunteers from yesterday, because I was looking for a few people to test out my instructions and so forth, right? He did this, and he did not have them visible, so he didn't see a .htaccess, and he just overwrote it. Of course, that sort of broke his WordPress site. So he was able to recover it very quickly because he was a really smart guy. So he got it back. But you've got to be able to make sure that you have one there and having it visible. So you do have to edit that. So you can't just copy that across. Now, if it's a brand new, clean website and it doesn't have anything on it, boom, I think that would take care of it. Okay, thank you, Stan. No, Mark, I don't really think so. It's just going to be a forwarder. But if you're getting 10,000 links being forwarded every couple of seconds or every minute, yeah, it could pound up a little bit. Can EasyLinks cloak the link? I don't understand the question. Joseph, let's see. Oh, to create a global link, which means that domain1.com. Could you create multiple links and will redirect to the same destination? I'm not clear. Domain 2. Oh, okay, so then you edited that out. So can or will it be able to create a global link, which means that domain 1 ELXX GoDaddy and domain 2 EL will redirect to the same destinations? They could. It depends what happens, because you're telling it to go to slash GoDaddy, and you've got it on 2 separate domains. They could go to the same one, because that's something that you would set up within Link Bank, within the Link Bank setup. So we would set up add new, and you would add one for, I got to select a vendor for, so GoDaddy. I'm just going to type GoDad, and the destination link would be http://GoDaddy.com, blah 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 for the first one. The second one would be well, then you would make your visible link here, Daddy 1. Now you can't say GoDaddy 1, GoDaddy 1, GoDaddy 1, because that's going to mess up, and maybe that's what you were asking. Maybe I'm just not clear on this.
Let me kind of respond on the cloaked links. It's not there yet, but what he's referring to is when you click on the link that EasyLinks provides, and when you look up in the URL, right now it'll show you the destination link. And so what happens is when you're out there promoting affiliate products and stuff, people will actually change that destination link so that you don't get credit. Like up there, see how it says, so go ahead and go to one of your sites there. Go ahead and click on that, Bob. So with a cloaked link, when you open this up in the URL, you would not have the destination link, but you would have a cloaked link. So yes, I understand the question. So that up there would change to where you couldn't see that. It would be something else. So yes, we will have that soon.
Okay, as an easy link, say we create, and then can you add anything to end and track for us? Don't know yet. I would say that that's probably a good possibility, that you could add a equivalent of a TID or something such as that to that. It's a good suggestion. Why don't you put it into the Facebook group as a suggestion? That would be great. Let's see, do we need to create 2 link bank links or just one? Is that a follow-up on your question? You would have to create 2. You would have to create two links. I'm not sure what you're wanting to do. Maybe I'm just not following that one.
Let me kind of expand on this too, guys. So like with the Pixel Studio campaign, I created one link that was an affiliate link, and then I had another link bank that went to the bonus page, and then I had another one that went to a webinar sign up. So I had 3 link bank links that all went to basically the Pixel Studio promotion, and it occurred to me that, you know what I want to do is I want to create a master group where I can take these links, these campaigns that are inside a link bank, and group them all together. So even though one is showing 3,000 clicks, the other one's showing 5,000, and one is showing 1,000, I would have them all grouped together to show that there was 9,000 clicks, and then I could see them broken down separately as well. So that would handle what you're trying to do with the 2 links, where you could still have a total of all the clicks for the campaigns.
Okay. Okay, any other questions related to the domain, adding of a domain, that I don't think I covered or something, or you think I didn't cover? Okay, we got Rich said no, so that's great. All right, yeah, I'm still working on the documentation, and I will have that out and then posted probably to the Facebook group. Now, do understand that it's going to be a living document. I will be continuing to edit it as we go, adding more stuff, taking more stuff out, and any changes that we get to that. Sponges full, okay, Michael, yeah, too much. Is there a possibility to customize the URL link to have pretty and nice links instead of, okay, we talked about that earlier. We're looking at that and trying to figure out a way to do that. So it would still be your domain name / blah, 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 but not there yet. I'll leave that one for you, Chad. Okay, anyway, that's pretty much it. Is there anything else that we can help you with here related to EasyLinks?
Cool. Right on the 2-hour mark, Bob. Good job.
All right, well, I'm going to turn it off back to you. I'm going to make you the presenter again.
Yeah, I don't have anything. So there you go, guys. Hopefully that gave you a jump start. Since we didn't have the tutorial videos, I will do tutorial videos. I don't have a problem with it at all. I just want to make sure that there's a strong foundation before we do that. And obviously we still have some cloaking to do and some more stuff to do with links, and just get involved in the group. Tell me what you need, because you have to understand, when I use a link, it's because I drop it in an email. And Ontraport or Aweber or SendLane, they go and they create their own link anyways. So I don't really think much of the links like you're seeing here on the screen. But if you guys let me know what you need, then we can go back to the drawing board and make sure that happens, right? I'm really relying on you guys quite a bit. So cool, let's wrap it up. 2 hours. I know we got to get ready for Bird Day tomorrow. So thanks so much for spending the time tonight, guys, and talk to us in the group. And you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. And thank you so much. Take care.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.